welcome to my channel. How have you been? I've had a very busy week, but I managed to do some work to bring you a very special story today. I thought of sharing with you a topic that is sad and I'm sure makes us all feel very emotional. But before I get into that, for all those who are new to my channel, I post videos on Tuesdays and Sundays on true crime, celebrity news, and any other social issues that I feel interested to share with you all. I would love it if you subscribe and also give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Let's dig into this now. How could anyone possibly abandon a baby like this? Guys, each year dozens of desperate mothers risk prison for leaving their children to grow up without knowing their true parentage or identity. According to statistics available, over 50 babies are abandoned in the UK each year, with some dying from cold or exposure before they are discovered. The reason for these mothers to abandon their babies and run off could be that they are schoolgirl mothers and they do not want to be saddled with bringing up of a baby while they're still growing up. Whatever the reason is, it is very sad. A considerable and a growing number of babies, known as foundlings, are abandoned each year on the streets of England and Wales. More than 50 babies are dumped annually, and the figure is rising. Often, the only clue is a note pinned to a shawl saying, "I'm sorry" or "forgive me." I believe it is a testament to the emotional trauma the mother must have suffered. Guys, I heard about this story where my British cousin's daughter's friend left a baby boy on the doorstep of a church in Sawtry, Cambridgeshire. The mother was 19 and she had written a series of emotional letters to the couple who found the child, pleading for their forgiveness. The young mother, who I will not name, who was unemployed and had no family support, admitted she had not come to terms with the pregnancy. All this could have been avoided, but at the time I felt desperate and confused and I thought I would be in trouble, she said. The baby was taken to foster care and was doing very well. We also hear of parents dumping their children, even teenagers or older, for all kinds of reasons. I read about this 70-year-old Chinese father who abandoned his son, 26-year-old Cheng Xingtao, who was born blind and mentally disabled, as after losing their family home, the father had nowhere to go. He had to go and live with his daughter, and taking 26-year-old Cheng Xingtao, blind and handicapped, with him was not an option. So the father decided to make the son a caveman. Have a look, guys. This is a heart-wrenching story. Very sad. The father actually explains how he's turned his handicapped son into a real-life caveman, chaining him naked to a rock face in central China. Unsettling pictures of Cheng Xiantao, 26, chained by his ankle to the cave in remote Chengling village, Hainan province, would make anyone's heart melt. I have no home of my own and nowhere to house my son. This is the best I can do. I visit him 3 times a day with food and water, so he's never hungry or thirsty, the father explains. And he also said, the chain is there only so he doesn't run off and hurt himself. I'm a poor man, he said, and we've never been able to afford doctors who might have been able to help him. There isn't anywhere else for him to go. I don't like to see him like this, but I have no choice. He hates to wear clothes, and if I don't put the chain on, he runs around hurting himself, according to the father. I'm warning you guys, these pictures would shock you and would also make you feel very distressed. What do you think of this situation, guys? 70-year-old father and a 26-year-old blind handicapped son have nowhere to go. Then I came across another story that occurred in Vietnam, where 31-year-old Ham Thi Thang abandoned her baby boy right after birth near a manhole in Son Tay town. The baby had died of septic shock. She could receive a penalty of 2 years imprisonment according to the Vietnam's penal code. She said that she was unable to raise the child, so she abandoned the boy near a deserted manhole, and that she had had sex with many men recently and didn't know who the boy's father was. This is her. And to finish off, I want to show you this beautiful Vietnamese baby girl abandoned in a plastic bag that was left hanging on a tree in a coffee plantation in 2019. Can you picture that, guys? Hanging from a tree in a plastic bag in a coffee plantation. The baby was on the brink of death when she was discovered by a farmer who rushed her to a nearby hospital. She was named Tru Hoi An. Maggots were crawling all over her tiny body. She had a visible wound on her head, and her skin was scratched and sunburned. Doctors determined that insect bites had caused her head wound, which worsened because she could hardly move when she was hung up on a tree. Guys, now some more disturbing pictures. It was suspected that she suffered from a central nervous system disorder, a rare condition characterized by an enlarged head and neurological deficits. Many patients with the condition do not live past their first birthday. The hospital contacted Venerable Minh Thai from the He Quang Monastery, who ran a foster home for abandoned kids, and the deeply spiritual and kind nun took Hoi An into her care. Unable to get the medical care the baby needs in Vietnam, the abbot, Minh Thai, brought the baby to Singapore with the help from charity organizations. The deeply compassionate nun, Venerable Minh Thai, and other Buddhist nuns prayed for her health as the baby was being treated by specialists in Singapore. However, this is going to end sadly, guys. The doctors could not save the baby, and baby Hoi An died a month later back in Vietnam at the age of 3 months. These are all very sad stories, guys. What do you think of these disturbing situations where children are abandoned by parents? Tell me what you think, guys, leaving a comment in the comments box. That's it for tonight. Thank you, and see you again soon. Good night.